Okay, so we look at this question. Find the Cartesian equation for the hyperbola centered at 3, 0 with x is equal to +1. So here we're using +1 as one equation of the directrix and distance from the vertex to the directrix equal to 3/2. So first we need to see what we're talking about. So if this is the hyperbola, so we'll have the center here, 3, 0, and then x is equal to 1 as the directrix. And then we are told that 3/2 is the distance from the directrix to the vertex. So that's so I can put, I know it to be a negative value, of course. So I'll do that. And then, so the distance given is from this point. This point is given as 3/2. Like that. Now, if you are asked to calculate the distance from the vertex, the distance from the vertex directrix is given by A is the distance from the vertex to the center. So now subtract A minus A over E. This is the distance from the vertex to the directrix. The reason why we're subtracting A over E is because A over E is the distance from the directrix. The distance from the directrix to the center is what? Is A over E. So the distance from the directrix to the center is A over E. So now, when I come back to the shape, we're saying from here to the center, it's given by A over E. That's the more reason why this distance here, the 3/2, is A minus A over E. So we can choose which one to use. Since we have A over, since we have a distance from 3 to 1, we know that that's 2. So then this means that A over E is equal to 2. But what is E? E is C over A. So this implies that we have A squared over C to be equal to 2. But don't we know A? We know A because this is 2 plus this 3/2. So when we add A is 2 plus 3/2, giving us 7/2. So now we come back here and say, oh, this means that C is equal to A squared over 2. But A squared is 7/2 square over 2. So we get 49 over 4 over 2. So this means that C is equal to 49 over 8. And if that is C, then we need for us to go to the equation, we need to find B. So how do we find B? First, we know that C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Now this means that B squared is equal to C squared minus A squared. And now C squared is known. That's 49 squared, which is 2401 over 8 squared, which is 64, minus A squared is 49 over 4. So a common denominator here is the same 64. And then now we have 2401 minus 64 divided by 4. That's 16. 16 by 49. That's 784. And then minus 2401. So we get that B squared is equal to 1617. Okay, 1617. So now it means that we have the equation. We have the equation. So what equation do we have? So now I'll use this first. And I put the equation here. So the equation we have is, remember the center is not at the origin. So we'll have x minus 3. So we'll have x minus 3 squared over over a. Now over a squared. And a squared is 49 over 4. Minus y minus 0, that will just be y squared. Y squared over b, which is 16 over b squared, which is 1617. This will give us, this is 1617 over 64. So this will give us here over 64. This will give us 1 the other side. This is the equation that we have. So the key concept is knowing this, that the distance from the vertex to the directrix is given by A minus A over E. We subtract A over E because the distance from the center to the directrix is A over E. Now this question, you had it as an example. In the example in the class, you were given the one that was vertical. So you were given something like that. And then of course, he gave you an example of this kind where he mentioned some 3 over 8, something like that. And then you also saw that in the quiz for last year, this question was there, but it wasn't vertical, it was horizontal. So then it becomes a nice question to expect that, oh, maybe you would think of a horizontal thing now or a vertical thing. But the key thing is, for as long as he gives you the distance from the vertex to directrix, or the distance from the center of the directrix, then you use the interchangeably to get A, use A and E to get C. That will help a lot. So this is how you tackle such questions. Thank you.